So I went on Facebook and IG to ask you your best water drinking tips. And that's what I'm bringing you today in part 7 of the How to Lose Weight in 90 Days and Keep It Off series. Let's go. Welcome to the Overweighted Podcast, where we get real about the struggles of being obese and needing to lose a whole lot of weight. My name's Malaika. I'm your host, weight loss mentor and coach. Join me on my personal weight loss journey to lose about 200 pounds, and as I share my very real experiences, plus some simple, successful, and sustainable weight loss tips and mindset shifts so that we can mark lose weight off of our to-do list for good. So this is 10 tips to help you drink more water, and it's part 7 of the How to Lose Weight in 90 Days and Keep It Off series. And there are some really great tips in this episode. So I've combined some of my tips with some of your tips that you gave me when I asked you to give me some of your best tips for drinking more water. And if you've heard me mention this before, drinking water was one of the first things that I had to work on as far as building healthy habits in my weight loss journey. I used to drink a lot of soda, and to the point that I was drinking as much soda as I should have been drinking in water. And that was a daily thing for me. I was drinking all soda, no water whatsoever. And I knew that that was one of the first things that I wanted to change on my weight loss journey because, one, all of the calories and the sugar that are in soda, and for my particular journey, I count calories. And the second thing was I realized that because of all the sugar in soda, that triggered me to eat other things. And so I knew that was something big that I wanted to change. So that was the first habit that I worked on. And now I am successfully drinking half a gallon of water a day. And it's just normal to me. So if I can do it, you can too. So take these tips and just implement them one by one. Figure out which one you want to try first. And once you're doing that, maybe pick another one and just keep implementing these tips so that you can drink more water. Okay, and so first off, I want to say on average, just as a baseline, if you're like me, where maybe you have a significant amount of weight to lose, you're not like an athlete where you're overly active or anything like that, most adults as a baseline need around 3 liters of water. You probably heard like our bodies are mostly made up of water, and we need water just for the everyday functions and processes that our body needs to do. So it's really important for us to get enough water. So like I mentioned, for most adults as a baseline, you would need about 3 liters of water, but you're going to get about 1 liter of that water from food. So that leaves about 2 liters of water that you want to try to drink a day, or, about half a gallon of water. And again, that's just really if you're not like super active, because if you have a high level of activity, then you're going to require more water. If you are in a climate where it's like really hot and dry, you're probably going to need more water in that particular climate. If you happen to be sick, then you may need more water and maybe some electrolytes as well if you happen to be sick. So like I said, this is really just a baseline. But if you are like I was at the beginning of my journey, I wasn't even drinking 1 cup of water, right? So drinking half a gallon is a great first goal to shoot for. So let that be your first goal. And then from there, make whatever adjustments you need to make once you hit that goal. Okay, so let's get into these tips. So I have 10 tips here for you. So the very first thing is to put something in your water. All right, because let's be honest, water's boring. It's plain, right? That's one of the reasons I liked soda. It had flavor. It was bubbly. It was a lot more fun to drink than water. So water's kind of boring and plain. So if you put something in your water, that's just going to make it a little bit more enjoyable to drink. The funny thing is now I actually just drink it plain. But when I was first trying to switch from soda to water, I had to put something in it. So one suggestion was to put, like the little flavor packets or the drink mixes. You can get some of those and put that in your water. Another great thing you could do is, of course, add some fruit. So maybe you want to add some lemon or limes. Some people even add blueberries or raspberries into their water. Some people even suggested mint and cucumber, which I think is a really fun way to add some things to your water. And also, one person has suggested adding ginger to their water. They said they do that because they suffer from migraines, and so the ginger in their water actually helps them with their migraines. And another thing is, maybe this isn't really adding something into your water, but if you consider getting like seltzer or mineral water, that was something that helps some people to drink more water. And again, coming from drinking soda, having that flavored seltzer water, that was one of the first things that I was drinking to help me drink more water. So tip number one, put something in your water. That way it'll make it a little more fun, less boring, and so you'll be more likely to drink more water. And the second tip is to have a straw. And this was like the second biggest tip that was given across the board. So the first big tip was to put something in the water. The second one that was given was having a straw. And I realized too that I drink more water from my water bottles that have a straw than my water bottles that, just have like the twist off cap and like the open spout that you just kind of drink from. But I do drink more with my water bottles with a straw. And so it doesn't matter if it's a hard straw or a flexible straw, look for a water bottle that has a straw, because that tends to be something that helps most people drink more water. And I do notice when I'm at my desk and I'm kind of working, I kind of have my water bottle right in front of me and have the straw kind of dangling in my mouth, and then I'll take random sips throughout the day as I'm just working. So it does actually help me to drink more water without even really thinking about it by having that straw. If your water bottle doesn't have a straw, then there are some really like fun reusable straws that you can buy in stores nowadays. So look for a reusable straw that you can buy, and maybe you just drink it from your glass with your reusable straw, or maybe you can find a straw that would work for your particular water bottle. But there's so many water bottles out there nowadays. It should be easy to find one with a straw that you actually like. So that was tip number 2. Number 3 was to get a big bottle. All right. Normally size doesn't matter, but it does in this case. All right. Having the big water bottle makes a big difference, because having that bigger bottle there, that's less time that you're getting up and refilling the bottle. So I know that's something that helps me. And yes, maybe I'm just a little bit lazy, and once the bottle's empty, I don't necessarily want to get up and refill it. But if I have my half-gallon water bottle, I already have all of the water that I need for the day right here. And so I don't have to spend as much time stopping what I'm doing, getting up to go refill the bottle. So having the bigger bottle in that case does help. And one of the neat things with the bigger water bottles nowadays is that you can find the bottles where it has like the measuring marks on the bottle. So it will let you know how much water you're drinking. And some of them have like really encouraging sayings on them too. Like mine, it has like time markers, which I never go by, but it has really neat things on it. It says like, good morning, hydrate yourself, remember your goal, keep chugging, feeling awesome, don't give up, almost finished, you did it, right? So it has like these encouraging sayings to encourage you to drink your water as you go throughout the day. And just having that bigger bottle sitting there right in front of you is going to constantly remind you to pick it up and drink it, because the water's right there in front of you. So consider getting a bigger bottle. And then if you can get a big bottle with a straw, that's like a double bonus right there. All right. So number 4 is the temperature of your water. Find the temperature that works best for you and that you really love. I love ice cold water. I'm in Florida. It's hot here, so I do like to have my water pretty cold. So you can get like a stainless steel water bottle that will help to keep your water cold if you like yours ice cold. Or maybe you like to put in a lot of ice in your water. And I know some people like that small, like crunchy ice that you can kind of chew. So that might be something for you. And there are some people that actually prefer warm water. So someone had mentioned that they like to heat up a little bit of water first thing in the morning, and they'll have that in the morning when they first wake up, and then they'll do that again at night before they go to bed, because they like to have a little bit of warm water in the morning and in the evening. So maybe your thing's warm water instead of cold. And also, you might just like it room temperature. And I do, like I said, prefer mine cold, but my half-gallon water bottle isn't stainless steel, so it doesn't keep it cold. So throughout the day, it does end up becoming room temperature water. And at this point in my journey, I'm fine with that. In the beginning, I definitely would have preferred it to stay cold, but now I'm at the point where I don't even mind the room temperature. So find the temperature of water that works best for you, and that's going to encourage you to drink more of it. All right, number 5 is when you drink your water. So figure out what's best for you as far as when to drink your water, and that's going to encourage you to drink more throughout the day. So maybe you drink as much as possible when you first wake up in the morning. So maybe you wake up and you drink a cup of water right away. Or like the other person mentioned, maybe when you wake up, you have a little bit of warm water and drink that first thing in the morning. There was someone that mentioned they drink a quart of water first thing as soon as they wake up. So even if you can't drink a quart, maybe you drink at least 1 cup of water when you first wake up in the morning. And of course, you want to continue drinking your water throughout the day. And you can even set up some cues to kind of remind you to drink your water. So for instance, if it's mealtime, maybe that's a cue for you to drink a glass of water before your meal. If you're watching TV, then at every commercial break, you can stop and drink a glass of water during every commercial break, or drink some water every commercial break. And if there are certain activities that you're doing throughout the day, you could drink water as you transition from one activity to another. So say, for instance, maybe you work from home and you're getting ready to clock out for the day. And so you're transitioning to home mode instead of work mode. So you could drink a glass of water in between work and home mode. So look for those different times throughout the day where you can use those as cues to help you to remember to drink more water. So that was tip number 5, is looking for when is the best time to drink more water for you. So the 6th tip to help you drink more water is to put your water bottle on top of your phone. All right. First of all, make sure your bottle's not leaking or sweating or anything like that, because obviously you don't want to wreck your phone. But you can put a coaster on your phone, turn your phone upside down so that the screen's on the bottom. Put a coaster on it if you need to, and then put your water bottle on top of that coaster. And if you're anything like me, you're picking up your phone multiple times throughout the day. So whenever you're ready to scroll, or you want to check a notification or check your email or whatever, your water bottle is on top of your phone. And so that's going to act as a trigger for you to drink some water. So whenever you want to pick up your phone, you're going to take a sip of water first, and then you're going to look at your phone. So have your water bottle on top of your phone. That is tip number 6. And tip number 7 is to take it everywhere you go. So most of the day I'm sitting at my desk, so I have my water bottle sitting right here on my desk. And like I said, it's a big bottle full of water, so it reminds me throughout the day to pick it up and drink the bottle. But if you have to go out and do errands, or you're going out shopping, then take a bottle of water with you while you're running those errands. Or if you're, taking the kids to the park, or you're taking them to some type of practice, then take a water bottle with you. And get one of the insulated water bottles so it'll keep the bottle cold for you. And it's nice to have it, one, so that you're drinking more water while you're out, but also you'll have the bottle, so if you get thirsty while you're out, you can drink water, and that's going to help you save money, because you're not spending money on buying some other drink while you're out and about, because you have your water. So it's going to help you drink more water, and it's going to help you save money. So take that water bottle with you wherever you go, so that way you have it right there, and it's a reminder for you to keep drinking your water. And it's more opportunities for you to drink the water throughout the day. So tip number 8, there is an app for that. There are actually water drinking apps that you can download on your phone that will send you notifications and remind you to drink your water throughout the day. And there's actually also an electronic water bottle, which will measure the level of water in the bottle and then send you reminders and notifications to your phone to alert you that you need to drink your water. So I thought that was really cool. So there are apps out there to help you drink more water, plus that electronic water bottle. And if you like tech, but you don't really want to go all out like that, what you could do is just set some alarms on your phone to remind you to drink water throughout the day. So maybe you're setting like 3 or 4 alarms on your phone to remind you to drink a glass of water. So that way when it pops up, you will go grab your glass of water and drink it. So use technology to your advantage in this way so you can get your water in. All right, tip number 9, dilute some drinks with water. And so this will still count. And this kind of goes back to, not necessarily wanting to go from like soda straight to plain water. This is going to help you get more water in, but still have like some of the flavors of some of the other drinks that you like. And non-caffeinated drinks count. They will count as water. But one of the things that I would do and that I used to do with my kids is that I would dilute their juice. So that's something that you can do. So say you have like a cup of apple juice or a cup of orange juice or grape juice or whatever. You can have a cup of that juice and then add to it a cup of water. So it's going to dilute the juice, but you're going to get more water in and you're going to have that flavor of the juice. So think about diluting the drinks that you like to normally drink with water to help you get more water in. And the last tip number 10, is to reward yourself. You really want to reinforce the positive behavior and this new healthy habit that you're incorporating in your life. So maybe you're using like a habit tracker or a journal to really track how well you're doing as far as drinking your water and like setting little goals and milestones for yourself. And as you hit each one, then treat yourself, right? So you want to treat yourself and reward yourself for building this healthy habit. So make sure you're doing that as you hit the different goals and milestones that you set for yourself. Like say, for instance, you're really not drinking any water right now. So your first goal might be to drink 2 cups of water a day. And once you're doing that consistently, reward yourself. And maybe from there, you're drinking half a gallon. And then once you're doing that, you reward yourself. And then you get up to drinking half a gallon a day and you're consistently doing that. And then again, reward yourself. So definitely set up some type of reward system for yourself. It doesn't have to be anything really grandiose. It could be something simple like you bought yourself a new water bottle whenever you achieve each one of these goals. So think about different ways that you can reward yourself for doing this positive thing for yourself and your health. All right, so that was the 10 tips, and I do have some homework for you. I want you to think about or track for a week how much water you're normally drinking in a day. Like what would be normal for you? If you already know that, you already know it. But if you're not really sure how much you drink on average, then track that for a week and figure out kind of what you are normally drinking. And if it's not at least half a gallon, then work on doubling the amount that you normally drink. So whatever amount of water you normally drink, double that and drink that for the next 2 weeks if it's not already half a gallon, okay? Because we want to work up to at least half a gallon of water or 2 liters. And so once you are doing that consistently for a couple weeks, then work on doubling it again and then again until you get up to about 2 liters of water a day, all right? Because like I said, that's kind of baseline minimum for what most adults need if they aren't really overly active or athletes, out doing sports and things. And also, once you've done that consistently for 2 weeks and you're tracked and you see that you're doing it every day, then reward yourself and make sure you do that as well. So that was 10 tips to help you drink more water in our How to Lose Weight in 90 Days and Keep It Off series. And we are going to start talking about movement. If you notice, we haven't talked about exercise at all yet. It's all been nutrition and things like that, which will have the biggest impact on your weight loss at this point in your journey. But we are going to start getting into talking about movement next time. So make sure you join me back here next week. All right, I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you got any value out of this or something just really resonated with you, can you do me a favor and leave a review? It helps others find the show so that it could help them too. Also, I'd love to connect with you on other platforms. I'm Malaika Burley on IG and YouTube. And go grab my free webinar, The 5 Keys to Simple, Successful, and Sustainable Weight Loss at malaikaburley.com. And of course, all of those links are in the show notes. Thanks again and have a blessed day.